Okay, up to now we've been making 2D plots using lists of numbers, vectors, and 3D plots using blocks of numbers or matrices. And that sure works fine, but that's not the only way to do things in MATLAB. One of the things you'll notice as you start working with MATLAB is there's often several ways to do any one thing, and it's no different here. I'm going to show you a couple, and you may find others on your own. That's fine. The other way to do this is to define something called an anonymous function. Now, that's not my favorite name, but that's what it's called. And what that allows you to do is, rather than define a list, you define a function, and you can treat it like a subroutine or something like that, and you can use it for calculations. Let me show you how this works. First thing I need is a function. Oops, there we go. All I did was just start hitting the up arrow and start cycling through all the commands I was messing around with before I shot this video. So this is a function. It's just a polynomial divided by sine squared plus 1. And the plus 1 is just to make sure the denominator doesn't go to 0. We don't want to divide by 0. Now if I hit this, I'm going to get an error. And it's going to yell at me because it doesn't know what x is. So let's give it a range of x's. I'll hit x equal and just up arrow again. So there's a command I had issued before that I just recalled. So that I'm going to go up and hit y again. Now I've got a plot. I can plot, and I'll turn the grid on here. Bring this down here so you can see it. Make it bigger. Okay, we've seen this before. You can edit this. You can do anything else you want. And it's got a kind of a weird shape. This is probably not a curve you've seen before. And that works, but there's another way to do this. So I'm going to clear the workspace memory, and I'm going to clear the screen. So I'm starting fresh here. There's another way to write out that same function. And I'm going to click right there. All I've done is add that ampersand and that x in parenthesis. And what this does is tells MATLAB that what I want to do is define what follows as a function without calculating anything yet. So if I hit return, there it is. You can see this over here. And I can now calculate with it. I can say, what's y of 1? Well, it's that. What's y of 10? There it is. When you ask for a result and you don't assign it a variable, the default variable is called ANS, I assume for answer. I'll just get rid of that just to keep things tidy here. All I did was right click on it and hit delete. So can I plot with this? You bet. Well, how am I going to do it? Well, the regular plot command isn't going to work. I don't have a x defined, so what would I do? Hit plot y maybe? And that's not going to work. There's another command called fplot, function plot, because plot's anonymous functions. This will work. So there it goes. Now it was guessing at what I wanted to use for the x-axis limits. I can put that right in the command if I want. Now watch this. If I hit fplot, plot y or x, and then put this. What's in those brackets there is a 2-element vector that defines the x-axis plot limits. And let's see, let's just turn the grid on while we're at it here. So there it is. Now, this is a plot just like any other we've been messing with, and we can edit it just like any other plot we've been messing with. So watch this. If I click there and I want to change the y limits, there they are right there. And I don't know why MATLAB does this, but it gets these just, there's a bazillion decimal points on this. Let's get rid of all that. Let's go from minus 2.5 to, say, 3.5. So I just changed the plot limits. I can change the color like we've done before, and I can change the line width and all this other stuff. There's one interesting feature here. Let me turn that off for a second. This nice smooth curve here. It must have lots of points. Well, if I go over here and I turn the markers on, whoops. Oh, by the way, if you click on a plot on the screen, you can ask it to tell you what the X and Y locations are. It's kind of handy in MATLAB if you're trying to find like a maximum or minimum of a plot. Problem is you got to go turn these things off now. They're called data tips. There you go. So if I turn the pointer back on and go over here and hit marker, funny thing happens. It gives me what looks like it might even be an evenly spaced in the X direction list of markers. They aren't straight lines between the markers. It's actually using more points to define that line than the markers show. I suspect what's going on is it's putting in a reasonable number of markers so you can see what's going on, but it actually calculated more than that. Well, this works in 2D. Would it work in 3D? You bet. Let me clear everything out now. Clean house, so there's nothing left in workspace. And I defined earlier this butterfly function we used before. So I've typed that in, and I'm just going to hit up arrow. There's the butterfly function we used before. So there it is. All right, and the only thing I did to change it was to add the ampersand and tell it what variables it's going to use inside those parentheses. So this is anonymous function, and there's the independent variables to use, and what follows is the function. So there it is. It's in workspace just like before. Well, there was an f plot. Is there an f surf? Yeah, there is. There we go. And there it is. Just like before. And we can edit it just like before. Let me try this. If I went color map jet, would that work? Pull this back up for you here. Yep, works just fine. And I can rotate it. It doesn't matter that the plot came from fplot, or fsurf rather than surf. Plot's a plot, figure's a figure. You can work with it how you like, edit it how you like. Now, notice that white dot there and that white dot down there. What's going on is the plot is actually higher than the axes allow. It lays outside the plot range. So I can just zoom out a little bit. Oops, hang on a second here. There. There we go. For reasons known only to MATLAB, it won't let you zoom in and out. Watch this. There we go. See, I've got that again. Won't let you zoom in and out until you've moved this. Once you move this, it'll let you zoom in and out. So you can see that's what I did here. So there's fsurf. So you can define a plot using an anonymous function rather than lists of numbers if you like. Works fine. So there you have it. Now you know how to make 2D plots, 3D plots, and you know 2 different ways to do it. You can make them from lists of numbers, or you can make them from anonymous functions.